so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me.
Yo, what is going on, man, everybody? And I would like to thank Thunder right now, man, for allowing this platform to be up there for people like me and, you know, other guys. And, man, it's a great community. I've met a lot of cool people off of it, man. A lot of guys I run with on the daily, man. You know what I mean? I've actually considered them, you know what I mean, homies and friends and stuff like that. But that's not what this video is about. TSG is not what this video is about. What I'm here about today is to talk about is Thunder's Rehab that he runs for YouTubers and stuff like that, man. It's a great cause. He's doing a great thing, man. And how I found out about this is the other day, man, I was streaming live and I was sitting in there and some kid came in, was crying about me camping, and I was cussing at him and, you know, blah, 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 the normal. And Thunder comes in and comments, man, and he's like, hey, Lost, man, I got an opportunity for you. He's like, why don't you come on in to my DMs? So, you know, I ended the stream and I hit the homie up and I'm like, what's going on, Thunder? And he says, man, he says, I have an opportunity for you to be a better person. And I'm like, Thunder, I'm a pretty fucking awesome guy. And he says, well, that you are. He says, but, he says, you're a bit of an asshole, Lost. I says, yeah. He says, and sometimes, man, it's you take it a little too far. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, well, I have this rehab for YouTubers and stuff like that, where we basically get together and work on our problems and stuff like that. And he says, well, y'all's problems because I'm perfect. And I'm like, yeah. So he's like, so won't you jump on a flight, man, and you know, come on up here, man, to Cali and you know, participate. So, you know, the first day I get there, man, Thunder meets me at the door and he's like, look, Lost. He says, like, I like you and all, man. He says, but we have some real sensitive people here. So I start laughing. And I'm like, laughing for like 5 minutes. And he's like, see, this is what you need to work on right here. And I'm like, all right, Thunder, man, I'm here to improve, man. And I appreciate this opportunity, Thunder. So he opens up the door and I go on in there, man. And I'll see some of the biggest douchebags in YouTube and Call of Duty, period, man. And I'll see a few people that I don't even recognize. But yeah, so I sit down, man, and I see 8 Thoughts there. And I'm like, what the fuck is 8 Thoughts doing here? He's a pretty awesome guy. Other than being transgender, you know what I mean? He's a pretty cool guy. So I look over at 8 Thoughts and I'm like, what are you doing here, bro? He says, oh, I'm just here for T Martin. You know what I mean? I'm just following T Martin around. I'm like, oh, okay, I get that, you know. So, you know, speaking of T Martin, he stands up and he's like, hi, my name is T Martin, and I have this brand new website that I just found. It's not mine. I didn't have no money invested in it. And he's like, you know, y'all should come on in and spend y'all's money with me. I mean the site. And Thunder's like, T Martin, that's what you're here for, bro. He's like, that's the whole reason you're here. He's like, we're not doing that. He's like, oh, okay. So I see this guy sitting there right next to T Martin, and I'm like, I've never seen this guy before. And so he points back behind him, and this fucking blonde comes out, man. And I'm like, okay, what's that blonde for? And he's like, hi, I'm Lance Stewart, and I don't do anything without promoting my girlfriend's boobs in your face, so I'm going to have her put her boobs out now so I can tell you why I'm here. And I'm like, well, wouldn't that kind of be the way you're here for? And I'm like, you're misleading people with boobs and ass? And he's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay, is she just a play girlfriend, or do you actually have sex with her because you look kind of corny? So Thunder looks at me and he's like, points at me and he's like, you know, stop. So I'm like, okay, Thunder, okay. You know, I respect you, Thunder. So Hollow Point stands up. And I'm like, hey, listen, I'm like, Thunder, man, I understand this, but I don't have 4 hours for him to explain why he's here. And he's like, what do you mean, what do you mean, Thunder? You know, what is this guy doing here? And he's like, I'm gonna have to make at least 4 videos on this. And I'm like, listen, man, you can make 4 videos on it all you want. None of them's gonna have anything relevant with what was going on here, so you can make all the videos you want. So yeah, man, you know. And then I see this chick sitting there, and I'm like, oh, man, I think I've seen this chick before somewhere. And man, she stands up, turns around, and just starts twerking. And she's like, hi, my name is Zoe Berger, and I twerk for kids. And I'm like, okay, you know, well, that's obvious if you're twerking on YouTube. You know, trying to, you know, bring people in with sex. You know, grown men would just watch Pornhub. So we already knew that, you know what I mean? So I just hear this constant, the whole time I'm hearing this constant sobbing and crying and whimpering and whining. So this here is where I get kicked out, you know. And I respect Thunder, and I respect his opinion for kicking me out, you know. No hard feelings at all. But man, whenever I seen who was sitting over in the corner crying and whining, I had to punch him right in his vagina. And it was Biblical Reaper. And he's just sitting in the corner crying on video. You know what I mean? And his son's sitting on his lap as he's crying, and I'm just like, you're just pathetic, dude. I'm like, you're a grown man, bro. Why are you sitting here crying like this? And he basically goes into telling me, you know, about how he's overblowed his money, and, you know, he blew his load or whatever. You know what I mean? I really didn't care. All I was there to do was punch him in his fucking face, you know? So after about the 5th punch in his vagina, Thunder comes to me and he's like, look, Lost. He's like, you're a lost cause, man. I can't help you. He says the only help I could give you is to just end your YouTube career. You know what I mean? And it's not really a career because nobody's making money off of YouTube anymore. So, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take Thunder's advice. I appreciate your advice, Thunder, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep being an asshole on my live streams and through my videos, man. And if y'all want to come through, man, I'll come and bully you. You can come talk shit. We'll have a great time, man. I appreciate it, Thunder. Peace out.